guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. How are you guys doing? I feel like it's been forever since I have made a video on my mixed media. So we're definitely getting back into the mixed media videos. Okay, you guys, I want to share with you guys, I've been working on, you guys know I love collage and making papers for my collage, but I wanted to start making some textured elements for my collages. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on to make some textured elements. I'll show you what I did with the texture elements, and then we'll create some. Okay, all right, so first of all, I took some this is what it looks like on the back. I took a piece of lace, and then I took some super heavy gesso. Now you can use super heavy gesso, you can use you could just use regular gesso for this. You could also use some lightweight spackle, which you can get at Dollar Tree in the hardware section. You guys, look at this. This was $10.99. I got it for $2.74. Right now, Hobby Lobby has been clearancing out all of their mediums and a lot of stuff in the fine art section. So I didn't go this year because I have so much from the last few years that I've been going and getting this clearance. So I have a lot of stuff to get through. But go get yourself some stuff from, see if your Hobby Lobby still has it. Okay, so this was a piece of lace. This is what it looks on this side. Now, this is when I put the gesso over it. Isn't that going to make a beautiful collage element? Now that I put this over it, I can also paint this any other color. I can leave it white. I could throw some brown ink on it. I could do black. I could do all kinds of stuff with this. Or I could just use it as in white. Okay? And I did that to a few other pieces. This was a wedding applique. Or like a piece of lace or wedding applique. I think it's a wedding applique now that I just said that. Here's another wedding applique. I actually cut it off of a wedding dress. I have a wedding dress full of appliques I do all kinds of fun stuff with. But I put the white gesso on this one. And look how cool, because there's beads and stuff. It adds more texture to it. It's pretty cool. And I did it to this one also. Fabulous. Now, I have some pieces of like doily. And this is what they look like on the back. This might have been like a table runner or something. And I just sloshed, is that a word? On the heavy bodied gesso. Okay. These are little, small little, see? That's what it looks like. And these were, and originally I took these and little small doilies. I took these and I rust stained them. Okay. And then from there, then I put some of this on it. Like I said, I could take this and I could throw ink on top of this. I could rough a little bit of black or brown on this, whatever I want to do with these. Another piece of that, maybe table runner. And first I went through and I did a rust dyeing on all these. And I'll link my rust dyeing video. And I want to rust dye some more stuff. I have a bunch of stuff to rust dye. So I'll make another rust dyeing video here soon. Let me show you some things that I did with these pieces. And this is going to be an upcoming video also. It's going to be an upcoming video also. What I did is I took old pictures that I've had that, you know, I'm not really fond of the pictures anymore. And I use those as my substrate. So see? And these are some pictures I got from Dollar Tree. And you know what I like about them? Look how nice and thick they are and wide they are. And I do actually like these better for collage. Not that I don't collage canvases, because I do. But I like these board type of canvases better, because it's easier to collage on when you have a really hard surface. But I still collage also on canvases. So, okay, let me just bring this down so you can really get a good look at it. Okay, so I used my collage papers. This is a Buddha that I took a picture of and did some editing on it. I included that in this whole thing. This is the wedding applique that you saw. This is a piece of that rust dyed table runner, I think it was. This is a piece of corrugated cardboard that I put the heavy gesso on. I put the heavy gesso on both. This is a black wedding applique, and I put some black gesso on it. And on this one, I just took my heavy body gesso and just kind of did some texture on here and there. So I really like how this turned out. You know what I still have to do? I have to still do the sides. The sides, though, I covered with book pages, and then just roughly just took my super heavy gesso and just, you know, in areas, just put it on. So I do need to go through. I could just leave this because it would match the whole thing. But I think I want to take a little bit of ink and just rub a little ink here and there, just to age that out a little bit more. Okay. All right. The other one I did is this is another picture that I had that, and this is more of, yeah, a piece of canvas. This is a picture that I had that I, you know, it's an older picture. So if you have older pictures or canvases that you're not using, turn those into works of art. Or if you go to the thrift store and you see some canvases or you see some framed art, you could totally use that framed art and just collage over it and do your own thing. And then you have an automatic new art piece. So, again, I used, this was that table runner with the heavy gesso. This is the wedding applique again with the heavy gesso, more corrugated cardboard with heavy gesso. This is a piece of, what do you call that stuff? Burlap. A little piece of burlap that I threw the heavy gesso on. And then the rest of it is all my collage papers and jelly prints that I like to make. And then I took some heavy gesso and just sloshed it here and there, just to give this old world, old wall look. Because you guys know I love to make old walls, okay? Well, those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know. I got these as a, in some Happy Mail, and they're like a sticker, but they're raised up and they have a little bit of thickness to them. And they're made to look like metal, but they're plastic. But look how cool. So how cool is it to put in my art? And I love putting crosses in my art. So I am excited about how this one turned out. Same thing, I did the sides the same way. So like again, I might throw a little bit of ink. I'll probably slosh a little ink here and there on the sides here. But like I said, it matches this whole thing, so I could even leave it too. And what I did too is, see that? That's book pages I based this with. I did book pages on this whole thing to cover it. And then I started doing my collaging on top of it. So, okay, so let me put these down. So I'm really having fun making artwork for my house. Okay, so let me pick out a few things. Let's start with some rust-dyed fabric. So this is some rust-dyed fabric. Look how beautiful this is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love to take sheets for my craft, for my art, of my crafting, because sheets is such a cheap way to, sheets are such a cheap way to get a load of a bunch of fabric. Because from a thrift store, you can pick up a sheet for $1 or $2. Okay, I have a piece of, where did I put the cardboards at? Just a second. Oh, here they are. Right in front of my face. That's why I couldn't see them. Okay, I'm going to do this on some cardboard. I've already used it once. And, what side? I think I'll do this side or this side. I think I'll do this side. I'm putting a piece of cardboard down, so then I can just take this whole thing and pick it up and go put it outside. It's the only good thing about Las Vegas in the summer, is that things will dry in about 10 minutes. It's like 100, I don't know, 15 today, 13, 14, something like that. Okay, so I have this little spatula here, and I have my my super heavy gesso, and I've told you guys the different things you can use instead. And then I'm just going to smear some on here and there. So I don't want to be perfect about this at all. However it pretty much smears on here is how it's going to smear on here. Yeah, you know what? I want to experiment with something. I pulled some things out. Let's put a heavy dose of this right here. Like, pretty heavy. Okay. And I have these like little stones that I got from, where'd I get these? From Dollar Tree, I think. And I just want to throw in a little bit of stones like this. Oh, this looks cool. They look little diamonds, actually. You can do this with anything. You see anything like this, pick them up and you can use this in your art. I also have, let me show you a few other choices of things to create more texture with. I also have these stones. These are little small river rock stones I got from Pismo Beach, California, along a beach. Aren't they fabulous? I picked up a bunch of those. And then I have sand. So sand can be another one of those type of things that you can create texture with like that. So, or always be looking at Dollar Tree, okay? Like in the garden section, they'll have like, I'll usually have some type of stones. Is it the garden section that I got this in? It's a section where they have like shells and all kinds of stuff like that. Sometimes it's the gardening section. Just look around the store. And so this is cool. So I created this little bit of texture right there. See? All right, so we'll let that dry. And all these things I'm doing may not seem like a very big deal now, but when you add them into your collages, it's just fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, this is cool. This is a piece of, this is a pair of jeans that I rust dyed. Look how cool that looks. But I don't want this big, huge piece. So let's just, there we go. This will be big enough. I love the way this looks. Now let's throw on. So this is a piece of, this was some jeans. I rust dyed it. And now we're going to take this gesso and just smear it. Do all kinds of ways. There we go. How cool. Okay. And we'll let that go. I'm just looking at, well, let's just do it. I'm sitting there thinking. Forget thinking. Let's just do it. And that's the thing with this type of stuff. You're creating really cool textural elements. Feel free. Don't sit and stress about it too much. I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, girl, just try it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take these stones, and we're going to put some of those stones on here. Now, I didn't do that with the other stuff I showed you. I just pulled these after I did the other elements I just showed you that are all dried. And I thought, huh, let me just try to do some cool stuff like this. Okay. All right. Love it. So that's super experimental with those stones right there, which I think is really cool, but I'm loving that. So let's put that down. Okay, next. Here's a half a doily I had in my scrap bag, and it's been rust dyed. And another thing you can do, which I think could look really cool, is after this dries, if you want to go over this with a little bit of black, how cool would that look? Or brown. I think that could look really cool. Okay. And you might just want to leave them white until you do your collage, and then you'll know what colors you need to add to it. If you want to add any color to it, you'll know. Also, have some baby wipes. All right. All right, gotta wipe up myself with some baby wipes there. Okay, also, oh, another thing, simple, just something simple like this. A piece of corrugated cardboard. Love this stuff right here. We're gonna, let's just do it to half a piece, a quarter of a piece. So we'll take this and just slop this on here. Is slop a word? Slop away. And be haphazard. The more haphazard you are about this, the better. And all these things can be just ripped up and cut up and put into your collages, okay? Let's put that one there. All right, what else we got? I'm just trying to show you different things that I have over here. Oh, this is something else. I got this at Dollar Tree. I got a whole roll of it. Isn't this stuff cool? It's some little cool textural type of stuff. I'm not really sure what it is, but I did find it in the garden section. So, I'll just take this. I'm going to do it over here on the side because it is going to go through because there's a lot of holes in it. But that's fine. Okay. And I'll tell you something else we cool. This could be a cool stencil because look at this, what it's left over. But this just adds a little bit. See how it just adds a little white to it? So there's another little cool little textural piece. In fact, this on top of the cardboard, how cool would that be? If you were to layer those in a piece together. See, and even look at that. Or look at that. How cool. Okay? All right. So we have that. And then simple things like this. Music note paper. So let's just do some. And you know what could be cool too is to coffee dye this first to even get an even cooler effect. In fact, I have some spray coffee right on the side that I should have. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's be experimental. Let's do the coffee dye. Let's do the coffee spray right now, right on top of this. We'll see how that dries. Okay. I was going to spread a little bit more. Well, you know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to take another piece of coffee paper, the music note paper, and just spread the rest of this on here. So this one will be without the coffee and just regular. Okay? All right. So we need to put this down on the ground. In fact, you know what? This can go over here and dry. And we'll lay that right there. Okay. And again, I have another piece of cardboard which we can do some more stuff. Okay, I got a bunch of burlap here. Okay, I got a nice roll of it. It came like this from, believe it or not, Dollar Tree. You can get burlap like this now in the craft section. So when you're there, pick up some burlap. You can use this burlap for so many things. So many things. Okay. So let's, you know what? This piece wants to keep rolling up on me. Well, let's try this. Let's try once I put the gesso on here. If we can get it to stop rolling up. Is it going to stop rolling up now? A little bit, but it still wants to roll up. we go. Something as simple as some music, some book pages can be really cool. So let's do it to some book pages. Okay, so we have some on book pages. What else? Oh, scrapbook paper that has some script on it. Do some of that. Okay. There we go. And what else do I have over here? Let me see if I have anything else interesting that we haven't done. Okay, now this is interesting. I think when I was using some sprays and stuff, I was sopping up the mess with the paper towels. And look how cool this paper towel looks. So I think this could be really cool. Let's just do it to the whole piece. So I think this could be really cool in your mixed media project. Check that out. Look how cool that looks. So textural. I love it. And again, oh, you know what I didn't do yesterday? Let me do a piece of, okay, so then I have a rust dyed piece of lace. See? Beautiful. So let's put this aside here. And let me cut a piece of lace. Just a second, you guys, I'm cutting the lace. There we go. Look how beautiful that is for the lace. I love it. Okay, you guys, so we just did 2 whole things, and that's how quick it is. Just pull some things out. Pull out some wedding appliques, some regular appliques, some doilies, coffee stain things, rust dye things. I'm going to connect a video of how to do the rust dyeing. I'll connect on this video. Take some burlap, book pages. I could even have pulled out some of my jelly prints and done some of my jelly prints with this stuff too. But anyway, pieces of lace, mopped up pieces of paper towel. These are all going to make great textural elements for collage. And you guys saw what I did with the other ones, and they turned out really cool. So anyway, let me know if you guys are going to try making yourself some textural elements for your collaging. Or you can also put this stuff in anything. You could do it in your junk journaling, your art journaling, even card makers. These would be some real cool, funky, artsy looking cards. So you can do a ton of stuff with these textural elements that you can make. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. Look for another video. I'm going to make another video right after this. I'm going to use some of these elements, and I'm going to throw them outside for about 15 minutes. They'll be dry, and then we're going to collage with them in my next video. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.